Hi family, I am Stephanie Wade. I am Habasia. I'm checking in with you on this wonderful afternoon just to let you guys know that I am fine, still maintaining social distancing for the most part, which simply means isolated myself from gigantic crowds to the max. I do go out, but I limit my going out. If I go to stores, I go to stores that practice social distancing, and it's not every day that I go out to these stores. I don't even cross the bridge in Galveston. I stay in Galveston. I figure if I'm getting any microorganisms, if viruses mutate, which they do, I'm getting immune to the virus that's in Galveston. And I don't know anything about the viruses in Texas City or anywhere else or Houston. So I'm staying here until the curve flattens. I do proper hygiene. I'm washing my hands with soap and water and use hand sanitizer when I don't have water available. I hope you guys are doing well. I get so upset when I see people using gloves. I agree with limitations on wearing the mask when I go out in public. I do not do that craziness at my own house in my front yard. But when I go out in public, I do it so they can relax and not look at me like I'm an insane person or an evil person because I'm not putting a mask on and rebreathing my carbon dioxide and all that stuff. But anyways, I limit all of that kind of a stuff. But wearing gloves is something that should be reserved for people in hospital settings. I saw somebody who I will not name names wearing gloves yesterday on television. And then what did he do? He put his hands to his face. And then he turned around and touched his eyeglasses, which he was going to put on his face. So what was the point in him wearing the gloves in the first place if you're going to touch all the surfaces with your gloved hands and then turn around and touch your face with that contaminated glove? So he didn't do himself any good. In fact, he gave himself a false sense of safety and then didn't think about it and touched himself with all of the microorganisms that was on the podium and microphone that he was freely touching. I was like, why in the heck did he put on those freaking gloves to do his little sermon or whatever, or his presentation? But please, do not wear gloves. Just wash your hands with soap and water. When you're out in public, try your best not to touch your face. Please just use that hand sanitizer and wash your hands with soap and water when you're in a place that you can do that, and you'll be okay. Otherwise, you're just making it worse for yourself. I love you all. If you have not subscribed, please do subscribe below, like, and share. I'm gonna put on these headphones. Hopefully I can get some of these noises that's out in my neighborhood down. Oh, and before I do that, I want y'all to see my shirt, Fire in Little Africa, which was the name that was given to Tulsa, Oklahoma. I just got my shirt today. See, Fire in Little Africa. Fire in Little Africa. It's a shirt to support the movement over there. They're doing a documentary about what happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and my grandson is a part of it. So I'm gonna use this Hopefully, it'll make the sound better. Because I'm telling you, I can't control these sounds out here because I start recording, then people will come and leave their car running and with a raggedy engine and everything else. Really can't control this external environments. And I'm definitely not good at editing this movies. So anyways, I'm going to share with you today about some wisdom for life's journeys, African inspired wisdom for life journey, meditation across the King's River by James Weeks. Same book I've been sharing with you guys for some weeks now. And he's saying, become one with what you feel called to do or be. Invite it to walk with you. Allow it to merge with you. Do not take your calling lightly. The ancestors have invested too much in you. Your calling is your life, your legacy, your gift to the world. Promise yourself to be open to something new, that you will not limit yourself to what you've always done, what you've always known, what you've always been, and where you've always gone. If you want something new, then it's time to do something new. Expect change. Expect uncertainty. Expect people to come. Expect people to go. Expect the high tide. Expect the low tide. Through it all, be steady. The spirit of the ancestors are working with you. You have nothing and no one to fear. Another story is rising in your soul, a story of hope, not despair, a story of confidence, not doubt, a story of strength, not weakness. You can rise again. You can awaken again. You can blossom again. In challenging times, there's always light. There's always love. There's always spirit. There's always a way. May all blessings be revealed to you on your path. Make up your mind that you are worthy of your own dreams, that you will finish once you've started, and that you'll cross the finish line. You won't know unless you ask. You won't know unless you push yourself. You won't know unless you take a risk. You won't know unless you fully commit. You won't know unless you take one more step. The spirit world challenges us, invites us to expand, to become more than what we were yesterday and more than what we are today. The ancestors will find a way, but you must be open to the way. The spirit guides will find a way, but you must be open to the way. Your heart knows the way, but you must be open to the way. The key is to find beauty in yourself, power in your story, and courage in your soul. Your soul speaks to you with several objectives in mind. How can I set you free again? How can I help you move on? How can I help you understand that to live your best life tomorrow means you must live your best life today? The ancestors can guide you, but you must be willing to act. They can inspire you, but you must be willing to dream. They can show you the way, but you must be willing to go. Yes, there's much more to your life's mission than you realize. Spirit will reveal your destiny bit by bit. If too much is revealed at once, it'll overwhelm you. If too much is revealed at once, it'll overwhelm you. I hear that. For now, just focus on what your heart is telling you to do. If you understood your gifts and the impact you could have in the world, you would stop doubting yourself. You would say, count me in. I'm willing, I'm able, I'm listening, I'm powerful, I'm ready. Allow yourself to be a vessel for higher forces. The time has come to use every power, every gift, every vision that you have been given. No doubt, no fear, no excuse, no negativity, no distraction, no nonsense. This is a different day. This is a different time. This is a different season. Believe success is possible. Believe empowerment is possible. Believe healing is possible. Be prepared to go where the path leads you. No one said it would be easy. No one said it would be quick, but it'll be worth it, and it can be beautiful. Follow it until the end. When the story of your life is told, let it be said that you went after your dreams, that you had vision and you could see what others could not see, that you had courage and did what others did not do, that you had faith and persevered to the end. And I've gone through this book with you guys. I am so glad. I sure hope that what I read inspired you in some kind of way and motivated you to do what you need to do to help fulfill your life's purpose. I hope you have been planting seeds in many different ways, whether it's planting seeds in a cup so you can grow a flower or tree or whatever. It's up to you guys to do that. All I'm here for is to motivate you guys, but I cannot make you do it. As my grandmother would say, you can bring a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. And that's right. You can bring a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. So I hope I've inspired you guys to read more and to go out there and plant seeds, and by all means quit cutting down trees. It's all kind of alternative ways to cook and for electricity. You know, I've seen little kids create biodigesters by just looking at YouTube. Little young kids in primary school or even secondary school, whatever, they've learned to create biodigesters, and that way making fuel out of waste, whether it's human waste or animal waste. It's still a way that you use animal waste to make fuel. You have to research that. It's ways to do solar power. You have to decide how you're going to create your solar power, or go out and buy your solar panels or your solar lights. I have solar lights in my backyard because I have possums around here. And I read that the little critters don't like light. So I have the solar power lamps and lights, or whatever you want to call them. And at night, they can't come by my garden because the light will bother them. I don't want to hurt them. I just want them to leave my vegetable garden alone, that's all. And that'll do it. Now, I was spraying the garbage can with ammonia scent because they don't like that. But the light is the main thing. And so my lights are all charged up now, and then they just charge up every day when it's sunlight, and they turn on by themselves at night. Even when it's not even a sunny day, they actually do collect sunlight, and the lights have come on every night. I don't know how long they're gonna last, but for now, they're coming on every night and keeping the poor little possums away so they can go do their thing someplace else other than my yard. But anyways, all I'm trying to do, guys, is just to encourage you to just fight the good fight of sustainable living. I figure whoever feeds you rules you. Some people sell their souls. Some people lose their human dignity just because somebody is giving them a very little money because they work for them. Some people are selling out their own children as house help, and those children are getting abused sexually and physically, psychologically, because they need that little income. Whoever is the people that has that poor kid as a servant in their house and misusing them is giving them. And if they live sustainably, they would not have to allow that child's dignity to be compromised for some chump change just for the rest of the people just to have food to eat. It's like it doesn't make any sense when most people have free land all over the place. You know, you have ancestral land or you have homeland. Even here in the United States, most people inherited something from their relatives when they're in the country. Now, if they left from the country and they moved to the city, that's on them. They started off with land in the country. Most people did. And they either sold it or they are selling it right now, the family land that they did have. But nobody can make you hold on to your land or not. The house I'm living in right now is family land. I bought off the family member that owned half of it. So now I own 100% of it. And my plans for going somewhere includes actually maintaining this household and going somewhere else and maintaining a tiny household, so I'll have enough money to take care of both places while I'm living. Now after that, well, hey, it's on everybody else's watch to maintain the family home or decide they don't want to do that anymore. But we must quit selling our human dignity for 20, 30 pieces of silver. You know, just nothing will go well with us if we continue to treat each other like human baggage to be sold, you know, to be bought and sold and bartered with for, like I said, chump change. You know, even the poor women that's traveling abroad, same difference. It's like they're uneducated, going abroad to work as house help for people, whether it's for child care or being the maid. Some people are ending up giving their passports away to the people that actually feel like they own them because they paid for them to come. And they get injured physically, mentally, maybe abused, all type ways abused. And they doing that just so they can send a little bit of money back home to their families. And what good is that if they end up losing their life or getting so abused, burned up, cut up, whatever, just for a little money? We have to stop all this. We have to feel like we are worth something. If we expect other people to treat us with respect, the first begins with us. We have to see our own worth and not sell ourselves cheap, you know, or short. And we have to treat each other with respect. If you have people that work in your house, please treat them as a human being. And if you visiting somebody's house and you hear them cussing out their house help, whether it's a little girl or little boy, please talk to them and let them know that they should be treating people like they want to be treated. Treat them like if it was your child, you know? And hopefully you're not abusing your own child, you know? Hopefully not. And I also saw lately people accusing people of trying to break up their home when the person that has no control is getting abused by the person that's running the household. Please don't be complicit with evil happening in your face. Because when people say nothing, evil perishes. You got that, guys? That's a worldwide problem. When people say nothing, evil flourishes. And you know it's wrong. I know it's wrong. We got to say something and not just ignore it and think that it's okay because we're not doing that. Or think if we do that, that as a person with money, that it's okay. It's not okay. You know, it's not okay to treat people badly just because they're poor. It's not a sin to be poor. You know, it's not a sin to be poor. And it should be seen that way. Elitist attitudes worldwide has gotten us into this pickle that the world is in. People thinking that they're better than the next guy. We're all human beings and we should be treated equally. I have never asked to be treated as a better than, but being treated as an equal human being in this world is a human right. And people should be encouraged to live sustainably. And there's nothing wrong with having a house built with natural products. I heard a guy on YouTube talking about, oh, they changed from having houses made out of mud to houses with metal roofs. It's like metal roofs corrode and they're so temporary. And better off learning how to do the natural better, that you can make it modernized. It's all kind of ways that you can build houses that's very modern and using natural materials, that you actually don't have to borrow money or sell your soul to create. That you could actually, excuse me, the fly is trying to knock me in the head. But anyway, it's ways that you can build that's natural, that all it takes is for you and your